All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I'm your hosted pilot, Uncle B. Today, leg 2 of our trip along Route 66. Now, however, comma pause for effect. Here's what I've learned when going over. Last night I was, kind of preparing for today's flight. From Chicago to a certain point where the highway part of Route 66, like the main stretch, so to speak, of it, this part here, and I think through our next couple legs or so, until we get onto that actual freeway part, the layout of Route 66 had changed quite a bit. And I'm going to post a link, and you can read for it yourself. This is a historical sort of website that talks about the history of Route 66 in greater detail than I can cover. But it doesn't, the way that it's laid out changed many times from the 1920s all the way through the 1950s. There was different alignments, as they call it. So it's hard to know, like, it changes so much. When I was looking at that map, we would be zigzagging, it seems like, all over the place. So until we, like this part, that's why I'm going to provide that until we actually get on the main Route 66. And I got to change the time here so we can actually see some things, since it's still dark there in the Midwest. They're an hour behind me, so the sun's not quite up yet, but we're gonna bring the sun up here. So there's not a it's very difficult to follow this part of Route 66 because it changed so much. And it takes you all kinds of different ways. Like, there's parts where they're very far apart, the alignments are. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off from Springfield, Illinois, the capital, Abraham Lincoln Capital Airport. We're going to go down to St. Louis. Hello, Amila. We're not going to follow it exactly. That's why I put that information there, the map, so that you can see, if you go from Springfield, Illinois, down to St. Louis, Missouri, you can see the layouts yourself. Okay, it's just it. I tried, like last night. My intent was to put the flight plan together, follow it along, and then we would come down here basically, and then cut across, and then land here. But when I tried to save it, it would not save the flight plan for some reason, so that I would just already be there, because it takes a bit of time to go through and find the roads and everything. So we're just going to fly along here, and I'm going to keep providing that map, and then you can look up the information from where we're departing from to our destination for today, and you can see the different layouts yourself. And I can post that later on again if necessary. So, again, I don't expect that anybody's going to be flying with me today. I don't see anybody on the list. So, we will be departing here in just a moment. Or I'm going to spawn in. We're going to start the Cessna up, and then we're going to head over here. Now, one of the things I did add in, just because we're going to do an ILS approach. We're going to fly to I think it's Zucco here. Is that correct? Yep. We're going to fly here, intercept that fixed point, intercept this one, and then this one, and then we'll be on the ground. So that will kind of help with our just something different to do. So we should have a straight in approach that way. So anyway, that's what we've got going on today. Very short flight, 80 nautical miles. It says 41 minutes. I think we're going to get there much quicker. We're going to try to only get up to about 3,500 feet so we can kind of see some of the scenery and whatnot. And then we'll turn to the left and fly down this way. So there we go. That's the plan. So, and then that's what we'll do. And I think it's somewhere, it's another leg or so that we'll get the actual pickup, the actual Route 66 highway all the way to Santa Monica, all the way down here. I think it's down. Yep, there it is. So we will land at Santa Monica Municipal, I believe is our destination, our final destination. All right, let's go in here and get things started up. So, yep, that's the deal. Of course, we got the sunny day, so let's use the automated checklist here. Hello, Jody. How are you? Nice to see you here.
Springfield ground Cessna November 172 Foxtrot requesting pushback.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just kind of was a little bit lazy this morning. Got I looked at the time and I was doing some other stuff and I'm like, oh, I got to get ready to do the stream here pretty soon.
Springfield ground Cessna November 172 Foxtrot requesting the end of pushback.
Turn that on now, so.
Springfield ground Cessna November 172 Foxtrot with Alpha request taxi for takeoff west departure.
Oops. Kind of a weird. We're gonna cross over the runway we're gonna take off from.
Cross runway 31 Charlie Alpha Delta Cessna 2 Foxtrot.
Okay, so that's all set. Make sure all of our lights are on. All right, let's go ahead and dial in some altitude. And what else? Get a little bit of flap down. All right, we'll do all that rest of it when we get there. That's weird. It would have had us go all the way down there. Sometimes I don't quite understand the reasoning behind the taxi, where it tells you to go. And there's no reason why we would cross over our departure runway, because we're going to stop right here. It's almost like they wanted us to go all the way down somewhere, cross a runway, and then come back up. I don't get it. Guess Addy's might have done himself in after all that shenanigans last night with his roots on Train Sim World 2. Now I remember, and I think this was when something came out on Train Sim World 2 that people had routes that were deleted. And they had to, and then everybody was freaking out because they thought they had to buy it again. And I think some people did, because they were like, okay, it says I have to buy it again, I'll buy it again. And then, so I don't know, like, it seems like it's one of those things that happens, it doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens just sporadically to different players. And it's one of those things that I'm perplexed, because those are all things that you should be keeping track of. Like, you should be checking the forums. Like, whenever something like that happens, you should be looking at the forums. That should be your first stop along the way, so to speak. Is you need to be going to the forums and going like, what's going on? Is anybody else experiencing this? Because when it's happening, they're already, enough people start complaining that they have to put a statement out on the forum saying, we're aware of this issue, don't buy anything again, because it'll be like a very painful process to refund your money. Come on, plane. But I mean, I don't understand how. Well, I don't even want to get into it, because I'm going to end up saying some things that are going to be construed as disrespectful or whatever. I don't know. Come on, plane, get moving. Goodness, it's like I gotta really throttle up to get this plane moving from a standstill. It's not like I'm on the brakes. I don't get it. But, yeah, I don't know. No, I told you last night, Amela, I had the pork loin for dinner. I hadn't, well, I don't even, You know what? Yesterday, let's just forget yesterday kind of happened. Let's just yesterday was yesterday. I don't even want to think about yesterday overall. All right. All right. So let's do this. Let's get our heading on here now. 310. So that way we're ready to turn to the left when we're in the air filing. I think we have everything set. Otherwise, so yeah. Yesterday just kind of seemed like it fell apart. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. And it's one of those things that it's like it didn't have to happen, or people played their parts in it. I guess I don't know. Morning, Mick. How are you, good sir? I think we're. No, let's just get going because I don't expect that anybody's going to join in. All right, let's go. Seems like it's taking forever for the. There we go. Finally. And away we go. Ooh, wow. Felt like I just got suddenly pitched down.
Springfield Power System, November 172, Foxtrot, continue for west departure.
I'll stay on this heading for a little bit longer. Alright, now we can go ahead and turn. Once we are in the air and on our way to St. Louis, Missouri, we will back online here. Yeah. Um, I don't. Yesterday just seemed like one of them days that just didn't make any sense to me. I don't know why. But oh well. What can you do? I think it's good that I'm going on vacation. Kind of get away from things for a while. Nick seems quite proud of that one. The wife is away, Nick will play. All right, we're on our way there. Let's go ahead and put this at 199. There we go. Wow, a little bumpy again. For a clear day, it's pretty windy here. All right, so as I was saying before, and I'll put this link in for those of you who are just coming in if you didn't see it, or because I sometimes I think when you come in, you can't scroll up and see the previous messages or anything. That's the map. No, I didn't. No blackout. No. No. We had power here all night. I was watching Jody until it was late last night for her. Watched Captain Arish for most of his flight in New Zealand. Yeah. No, everything was fine. Might as well have been hit by one, though. I felt like I should have been, for some reason. So anyway, that map. So, as I was saying earlier when I started the stream, for those of you who missed it, the early portions, the parts from Chicago up until Route 66 was like a main highway. So like when you were cutting through all these towns and whatnot, the layouts, the what do they call it? The alignments, yeah, historic alignments on Route 66 through many of these areas are not. They changed from the 1920s to the 1950s. There's different alignments I think that was because as many areas got bigger, areas expanded, more people. So yeah, it's so trying. Last night when I was trying to find all this stuff, and I was looking at that map that I put the link in for, it was like trying to figure out, okay, do I follow this alignment or do I go over here? And it just became, so I think what I'll do is I'll put that map in for every flight, and then we'll I'll what do you call it? I'll have and then we'll just fly from airport to airport. We've had a few tornadoes, massive thunderstorm. So we've had rain. It rained for most of yesterday. It stopped raining, I think, about almost noontime, or maybe it was before noon. I think it was about 10 o'clock yesterday morning. The rain stopped finally, but it's been cloudy a bit. It feels like it's a bit cooler, but it's hard to say for sure. What do you call it? Let me fly out here so we can see some of this nice landscape. Here real quick before I forget. So yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of weird. It felt, like this morning when I got up, it felt like it was cooler, but it's hard to say for sure. You know, it feels warm in my apartment because it just feels like all that, it's just muggy. But if I go outside, it's probably nicer outside actually. Um, no, we've not had any. I think we've had things so bad that we, in some areas, but I think it's more out farther out from the area, like in more rural areas where there's more trees and whatnot. When the winds are really bad, the trees are more prone to fall and hit the power lines, and so then people lose power until. But the power company here, whenever there's a really bad storm coming through, they have crews already staged. They send them out and they say park here and wait for further instructions, and so they just sit there and wait, and then if nothing happens then they go home. But they're basically waiting for something to happen, and they can go right to the problem area and start working on repairing the down lines right away, which I think is good. I'll give them props for that. They're very good about getting that stuff repaired as quickly as possible. Whereas in some, I know in California, they don't do that. It's like they never tell you what, or they say, well, we're working on it and we don't know when we'll have it fixed. Whereas they get out there and they're on it right away to get power restored. So yeah, once we're following the main highway, and I think it's in another leg or two. Uh, Actually, we'll fly along that. That will be easier to track than these little roads that were part of Route 66 early on. It's changed so much over the years. It was very time consuming, and then when I thought I saved when I went to save the flight plan, it didn't save properly, so I couldn't load it. So it was just like, okay, well, forget it then. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So anyway, tomorrow we'll be in the Grum and Goose. We are departing from. I think I put it in. Let me look at the plan stuff for tomorrow. I think I have to put. Nope, I did not. So Friday. Where's the schedule? I have it on my schedule. Oh, there it is. Okay. Friday. Grum and Goose departing from La Pointe and arriving at Perry Sound. I will put all that information in the Discord later. Should be a nice little flight tomorrow. So we'll take off and land on the water. So if anybody wants to fly along with that, more than welcome to, as always. Otherwise, I will be in the air forthwith and expeditiously. So yeah, apparently a lot of this, it went through a lot of these small towns, um, but I didn't know that this part of it changed over the years, like the alignment, as they call it, changed so much. What's our expected altitude once we get to 5,000 feet? Oh, okay. bumpy ride again. Um, hey, Super Typhon, how are you? Nice to see you here. Let's see how much farther we got to go. 39 nautical miles, okay. Wow, we're already talking to St. Louis approach. Interesting. I could see it though, because it's the international airport, so their airspace control must be pretty far out. So basically, let me scroll over here. Let's do this one more. All right. So what we're going to do. Oops, zoom out. All right. So we're heading to here. That's our fixed point, and then we're going to turn inland. So once we get there, we'll turn towards our airport. I'll dial in the ILS frequency. And we won't hit the approach mode, but we'll just use the frequency to help us stay on track. Matter of fact, I think I can go ahead and do that now. It is 110.3. Let's go ahead and swamp that. Probably will not. Yeah, we're not close enough yet for it to pick up. But anyway, all right. So yeah, just a little quick flight this morning. But yeah, I think we'll have more success. We'll actually be able to follow Route 66 properly once we get it to the point where it's like on an actual highway sort of layout. That's the part I've been on, is the actual highway part. Gone down through New Mexico, I believe. But yeah, check out that link right here if you want more information about Route 66. There's been books written about it, the history of it. There's a ton of information out there. There's a lot of well, quote unquote societies, as they call them here in America, that have done everything possible to preserve the history of Route 66, as a lot of that history has disappeared over the years. There's like preservation societies, stuff like that. So, yeah, there's a plethora of information, as they like to say. So, anyway, that's okay. We're just cruising along. We can cruise outside for a little while. All right, take care, Milla. Yeah, there's. And of course, lots of people drive along there to stop and take pictures and appreciate the history that is still there, even though it's a bit over the top touristy, but it's I think it's a cool thing that they're trying to keep that history alive, and so that other generations can appreciate it or see it or whatever. Oh, I did do another service on the home pass. Well, not a service, a scenario. Well, no, it wasn't. It was a journey. That's right, guided journey. Um, it's really I think because when I pulled into Victorville, that was the stop from Barstow to Victorville. I believe I've been near that rail yard there in Victorville. So I think the way we left the airport up there, um, leaving there to get ready to go towards Fort Irwin, you kind of go by that. I'm thinking about the last time I was there to go to Fort Irwin National Training Center. I'm almost positive I passed by that yard. I just kind of have, and this was before I got interested in, I didn't know about Train Sim World 2 or Train Sim World, whatever it was prior to that. Um, so, but I remember going by a rail yard, and so the layout of the buildings and excuse me. The layout reminded me. I kind of thought about it. I'm like, I think I've been by here, but of course, it was such a quick, like I saw it very quickly that um, I didn't even have a chance. I kind of glanced over at it and was like, oh, that's pretty cool, and I didn't even think nothing of it. So there we go. Yeah, it was pretty cool doing the. It didn't take very. I mean, it says it took an hour, but it didn't feel like an hour. Like that route really drives fairly quickly compared to Sand Patch Grade. Now, that's at least on that part that I was on. I think there's other parts where you're really kind of going to go slow. I might try to do another journey today. We'll see. But not that I'm going to stream it. I just want to try to get a little bit of time in on. Saturday, don't forget. Oh, I meant to do a couple shout outs. I just remembered. Yeah. Okay, my shout outs are not working. Why aren't my shout outs? Oh, don't tell me Nightbot's acting up. I think it is, because I think other people have had problems with it. Let's try it again. There it goes. All right, I had to refresh on the Nightbot thing, and now it's working. All right, so Captain Arash, yeah, he gave me a shout out last night. I was in the stream. I was gonna fly with him, but I stuck around in the stream for the vast majority of it. But so that was very kind of him. So I want to return the favor. If you guys want to learn more about flying in the sim and expand your knowledge, that is the place to go. I'm telling you will always learn something. Uh, Always ask questions. He's more than happy to answer them when it's related to flying in the sim. If there's things that you can do to help improve your flying, different ways to navigate, all that stuff. It's absolutely amazing. And of course, if you want to learn about celestial navigation, you can go to him, and he'll give you all kinds of further information for you to wrap your head around. But I also want to give a oh, and of course now my batteries are dying. Hold on, let me change my batteries on my controller real quick, folks. So do follow Mick as well. Um, does a variety of different games. Did stream on Monday, kind of getting back into the swing of things now that the kids are getting back to school. So, um, so do check them out for more variety of games. Like I said, so do give him a follow. Greatly appreciated. And also, Joseph Adams and Jody. So do go check them all out. All the subs, anything that you can do to support their channel is greatly appreciated. All right, so we are nearing our let's see. Nope. All right, so it should be fine where it is. See, I don't know. I don't see. Sometimes I forget which one is the active frequency. I want to say it's the one in the box, but I might be wrong. But I would have thought it would have said something here, like, it would have had a name or something, like an identifier. I forget sometimes. Oh, you're welcome, Jody. Start slowing down a little bit here. I think let's go down to 3,000. I guess I didn't really have to tank up all that much. It's better to put a little extra in just to be on the safe side. All right, there it is. Now it's picking it up. Perfect. think Gaddy's did himself in last night. He's not popped in at all. Watch, he's gonna pop in here any moment now. Just as soon as I turn in for final on the final, you're coming up. That's when he'll be like, "I'm here." So that's one of the cheesy liveries that comes with the Sobo Cessna 172. Oh, that's right. Today is Roadmap Day. Oh, thank you, Mick. Appreciate that. 100 bits. Today is supposed to be another weekly developer roadmap update for Microsoft Flight Simulator. No telling what will happen to break our hearts further sometimes. A new 1,000 bits badge. Ooh, look at you, Mick. Mick has donated 1,000 bits. Thank you, sir. Well, not donated, but you've completed. You've donated over 1,000, at least 1,000 bits to my channel. So thank you. That's a badge well earned. I think I'm going to have to call in because I would have thought that we had it laid in for an ILS approach. Pretty much, we would have. So we're landing at KSTL. How are we not close enough? That doesn't make sense. Okay. Airport still farther. Still farther. Alright, we're just gonna have to leave that open. I don't know. Yeah, you're semi-famous. You haven't been, you're not completely famous yet. I don't know, to be honest. Alright, so St. Louis Regional. I know we're going to pass near St. Louis Regional on our way into St. Louis International. It's like a donation. 100 bits is like $1, $1. 10 bits is like 10 cents. So 1 bit is 1 penny, basically, or 1 penny in American money. So if you, it's like it's like a donation. So basically, Mick has donated $10. Since I think you have to be a Twitch affiliate to get donations like that. So over the course of time, Mick has donated a total of $10, which is 1,000 bits. So if Mick had donated $1,000, you know, if 100 bits is actually $100, you know, or yeah. Wait. Yeah. That'd be, oh boy. Okay, there's St. Louis Regional. Right there below us. So basically, I have to reach. I think it's $100 before any money that's been donated or anything from subscriptions and all that. I can't touch any money until I get at least $100 first. Um, that's okay. I didn't understand it at first either. 4-4 is final. There we go. Ooh, very bumpy coming in here. Whew. Wow, look at that. All right. Well, that's what I was going to do anyway. They're jerky. Oh, well, I think we can go ahead and fire autopilot and select and the altitude hold. All right, let's go do this. Yeah, well, because I didn't understand anything about like the Twitch affiliate stuff, uh, until I became one, and then Mick was the first subscriber, and then I think he was the first one that donated bits as well. So yeah, I'm still learning some of the stuff, but apparently I can't get any of the money and transfer it over to my personal account until after I reach at least $100 or more. So, and then of course I cannot stream at the same time over to YouTube. I have to wait 24 hours for it to premiere, so I always put it at noontime the next day, because it cannot premiere on YouTube until at least 24 hours or 24 hours or more, not at least 24 hours or more after the stream concludes on Twitch. So I always just try to put it at noon Eastern Standard Time. So all right. So we're lining up, folks. But like I can look and see what my earnings are, but which is fine. I don't think it'll ever get to $100 anytime soon, but it's fine. I'll, it's appreciated, the support. The intent is if I ever get enough, I could use that for other aircraft. That's my plan predominantly, is for it to use for other aircraft. Wow. Well, it is really bumpy today. Alright, I will catch up with the chat once we're on the ground. Imagine Addies will go live on his Need for Speed Heat at some point today. Boy, really bumpy today. Alright, that's the now see if I hit approach mode, wonder. Oh, I got the autopilot off, so that's alright, we'll land it ourselves. At this point, I think the tractor beam would engage and we'd be pulled into the Death Star, as I like to call it. The ILS approaches. I haven't heard from Paris, so I don't really know what's the. I did mention it the other day in the stream, but I don't think he saw it, so I have not heard from him about Saturday. If he's cool with me flying the F-15, for instance, the two-seater model, to provide wingman coverage. Or nor do I did propose a flight plan to him, but I don't know if he's not said anything about that either. So, Para, if you're listening, check Discord. Let me know so that we have a plan. We can validate the plan. We can verify. We can have a kookamoo, clear understanding, a concise understanding, a mutual understanding. That's a kookamoo. I am just getting pushed all over the place here on approach. Oh, Battlefield 2042 tonight. Oh boy. There you go, Jody. Watch that. You talk about some swearing. Oh, wait till you hear Mick and Pulse on Battlefield 2042. You're going to be mild compared to them. Ooh, that was not a smooth landing, but we're on the ground. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, we'd like to welcome you to St. Louis, Missouri. Local time is 7:14 in the morning. We understand and appreciate the fact that Mick will be on Battlefield 2042 tonight, but we're glad he told us now. So we are mentally prepared for that. Yeah, you did. Oh, thank you, Super Typhon. It was okay. I think I was trying to flare it a little bit to try to bleed off a little bit more speed, but I think I was already under power, and it was like the plane was already flying like a bit of a brick. But that's okay. Yeah, you did pretty good, Mick, I will admit. Yeah. There we go. To the parking, please. So there we are. Yeah, it was weird. Like, it was really, I don't know, maybe I picked the wrong approach. I probably should have come in from a different direction. I can hear it now. Like, on the ground, it sounds windy. You guys can probably hear it too, if I shut up. Yeah, I think Battlefield 2042 is a completely different beast than I mean, I think everybody expects you to swear a little bit on FIFA streams, but Battlefield 2042 I think is going to really test your patience. Yeah, it just felt like, I don't know, maybe I was flying with the wind almost. I should have, I don't know. Trying to land with the wind instead of against it. Maybe it's the curse of Addies. He's got a little Cessna plane at home, and he's like, you know. Oh yeah, you're. Get the clip button ready, Jody. You missed it, Mick. After you went off last night, oh, Jody had a real potty mouth. Woo! It's like, oh, Mick's gone. I can let the swear words go. She wasn't that bad. I think sometimes it's expected that the things will happen that frustrate you, and you're just like, I gotta. Yeah, I know, Jody. Well, between your mission, you trying to get that resolved, and Addie's and his issues with Train Sim World 2 and all of his routes disappearing for some reason, that he was frustrated about that, and yeah, it was like a plethora of swearing. And I'm sitting here pulling freight from Barstow to Victorville, and I'm just like, I don't know what the problem is. Boy, they're putting us out here in the telling us to hide basically behind these buildings, I think. Yeah. Oh, he was terrible in Need for Speed last night. We're gonna cut through here. Where are we going? Pretty nice buildings though. Hangars. Well, if you rent these, I wonder how much these cost a month to rent space in these private hangars here. See, speak of the devil, there he is. Just as I'm ready to wrap things up, that's when Addie shows up. Joseph, what are you like today? I'm guessing. Oh, there's our parking spot right there. Did you get your stuff sorted now, Joseph? Do you feel better now? Did you get it all out your system? You know, whenever I think of St. Louis, I always think of the old Bugs Bunny commercial when I think he tells Elmer Fudd or Yosemite Sam, "So long, Screwy. See you in St. Louis." All right, let's go ahead and shut it down. Turn off the avionics. There we go. 45 minutes, not too shabby. Let me go ahead and put that in. Over here on FS Hubs. FS Hub, not FS Hubs, FS Hub. Well, while we're talking about that, I think it's on the very last page there. I thought it was. There we go. There's the link to the FS Hub. Yeah, do check that out if you're looking for more things to do on Microsoft Flight Simulator. They got all kinds of cool stuff to do. Do join a virtual airline if you want. There's always more stuff to do there as well. KSPI. Oops, not PUPI. SPI at 11:18. KSTL at 12:04. Submit. There we go. Uh-oh. Now you're going to get them all excited, Mick. Look what you did. Anyway, that will do it for today, folks. I'll be back tomorrow in the Grumming Goose. Matter of fact, let's have a look-see while we're here. Since this was a very short stream, we can have a look at what's happening tomorrow. Let me see, did I put a... I did not. The point. Oh boy. I should have written down... But wait a minute, hold on, let me get my book, because I think I wrote it down in the book. In my notebook here, but I had it over by the big computer the other day as I was checking a few things, sitting over there. Let's see here. Oh, cheers, Super Typhon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We'll see you later. Let's see. Okay. There it is. So we're going... You're going to love this one. We're going from MI4 up here. Matter of fact, let me change aircraft too, just so that we don't get a... You're not in a floater plane. You can't take off from water. There we go. Grumming Goose. We'll just leave the... So we're going to take off from here, runway 29, and we are going to CPD 6 Perry Sounds right here, coming in on runway 01. Arrive. And then we are doing a VOR to VOR. ASP, yep. So basically that's what we're going to do. We're going to take off, hang a hard left, cruise on down here to our first VOR. It's just a DME. I know people are like, I don't understand what that means, but that's okay. So we're going to cross over here, and then we're going to hang another left, come across the water, intercept this VOR DME, and then we're going to turn again, head out across the water again, and land. Now, as you can see, this is a, it looks like this is land, but this is all, I think it's like, during certain times of the year, it's all underwater. Or it may just be from the way it looks. But I think we'll be fine. We're going to come in right here and land. So what we may probably do is come in short, or not short, kind of early. Come in here and get it on the water, and then taxi all the way in to here. And then we'll see if there's a place that we can park the aircraft. But yeah, that's the matter of fact. How about we do this? Let's just pop in right here, our landing, where we're going to land, just to get a look at everything around here real quick, just to get a quick feel for the land. So if you want to fly along with me tomorrow, you're more than welcome to. For those of you who want the challenge of taking off and landing on the water. Ooh, wow. That seems like it's going to be... Yeah, that's going to be a very narrow... Wow, look at that. So we're going to have to drop in basically right here. And then... Wow, one of my engines is like dying. Yeah, one of my engines completely quit on me. What's going on with that? Oh, that's all right. But yeah, so when we come in, we're just gonna have to. We may come in. Matter of fact, let me. There we go. Turn this off so you can hear me a little bit better. So what we're gonna do, I think, when we come in tomorrow, is we're gonna. Let me go over here a little bit more. So what we probably will do is we'll come in through here, and then. Well, actually, that's gonna be a tough one. Wow. Ooh, hey, Mick, there's your little cabin right there. Look at that. We found you a place, Mick. Look at that. Right there. You can just have a little beach. Ah, there you go. You just sit out here in your little lawn chair and soak in the scenery. Maybe do a little fishing. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to come in right over those trees and try to drop down as quickly as possible, and then we're gonna have to use and try to basically skirt through here and then turn around. We're gonna try probably end up using all this stuff for our landing, but either that or I'm gonna have to come in from the other way. That might be better. I think that might be the better option, is to come in from this direction, and then that gives us more space to, yeah, get it on the water quicker. Yeah, I know, isn't it? Look at it. You got the whole place to yourself, Mick. And nobody can. You would know if somebody's coming to visit you, and you could tell them to take off, stay away. I'm busy. What are you busy with? Don't worry about it. It doesn't look like much, but I mean, it doesn't look like an actual habitable place. But oh well, you know, what do we know? You could put your own windows in and everything else. Wow, it is. So yeah, it seems like this is pretty shallow through here. It looks like. Isn't there an anchor or something? I think there is. On here, I think there's. Wait, where's the? There we go. We got our anchor out now. So anyway, that's what we got tomorrow. Hopefully, whoever wants to fly, you're more than welcome to. If not, hopefully you enjoy the scenery and everything along the way. So I have to. I don't know why that left engine was like having, like it had its own agenda. It did not want to stay started. I don't get it. Matter of fact, let's see if we can just do. Look at this. Watch this. The power of the keyboard. Oh, now we're really going to run this up aground. Maybe. Now we did, yep. But see, now that left engine starts to go. See? I don't get it. Like, what is... Why is the one left engine... It does not want to stay started for some reason. Let's do this thing. How about that? You know what it might be? Let's make sure all that is on. Aha, maybe that's why. Let's try that. Nope, that's not it. It might be up here. Open, open, open. We might have to add a little. I'm gonna solve this real quick before we go, because I have a feeling this is gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know, something's not right. Let's see, it started, but now it's like it doesn't want to. So that's the prop. Stick that all the way back. Yeah, something doesn't seem right. I'm gonna have to test this later on then. Interesting. All right. Anyway, that's what we got tomorrow, folks. Yeah, that'll wrap things up for today. Do enjoy the rest of your Thursday morning, afternoon, evening, early Friday, depending on where you are in the world. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until tomorrow, peace, live long and prosper.